Hi everyone, welcome back to the Oatmeal Lesbians. Today, we are going to be talking about a highly requested topic, which is how to ask a girl out.
Oh, okay, so we're doing that.
Yes.
How to ask a girl out. First of all, why the fuck do y'all want to ask girls out?
Have you seen girls? When was the first time you've asked a girl out?
Shit, I think...
Like,
Shit.
how does it feel?
Quite nervous lah. I was doing something super ballsy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like playing like, oh my god, it's so fucking corny. Shit,
Just say
it's so
it.
disgusting. It's so corny. So basically, right, there's this lo-fi music or something like that, okay, which has like the title called "We've Never Met, but Can We Have Coffee?" So I took that title, played that music, took a very aesthetic Instagram story, tagged the person, hit the person's username, and the music was playing. The title was there.
Oh my god! Wait, who is this? Huh? Really?
So fucking corny. Oh my god.
Wait, then how did she react to it?
I forgot. But basically, it was something along the lines of us calling each other idiots and like
Uh-huh.
I don't know, it's like a very joking kind of like haha idiot or some shit like that lah. You know, like let's go for a movie. Another one stupid movie. For what movie? Cannot talk to each other. Yeah.
Wait, so that was like your first date with a girl?
Proper one, I would say.
Proper one?
Yeah, like we had lunch and then we went for a movie.
Oh, okay.
And the person didn't put in any effort into the way they dressed. Red flag.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking big red flag.
They didn't put in any effort into the way they dressed. They just came in like a hoodie and shorts.
Nar.
I was like, what the fuck? I dressed up so nicely and then you just and then they came late and then when they walked over, they just walked over and just sat down. What the fuck lah? It's like no effort into the date at all, you know?
Yeah, I think self-grooming and just putting an effort to curate your own aesthetic is so important. And it's like respect. I feel like if I do that, it's my sign of respect for another person if I'm going out with them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. If you don't present yourself properly, I just feel like you're not really taking that seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Mm.
Have you ever asked girls out in person? Or is it always like online, would you say?
It's always online because all the people that I've been dating is like always from the apps.
Yeah, that's true.
From the apps. So, and because I'm too introverted to actually like interact with people at events, so I don't actually like talk to new people at events. I just stand in the corner lah. So I don't ask for out in person. It's always like online, and it's easier online anyway because like everyone's just there and you know that they're there to date.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, do you want to go out? Sure. Yeah, let's go lah.
So then how do you ask them online?
Oh.
I know you always got them pickup lines.
Wait, I totally forgot, but I screenshot all my pickup lines.
You screenshot all your pickup
I
lines.
screenshot all my pickup lines that I did on Bumble. Oh my god, did I turn on my flash? Screenshot all my pickup lines that I did on Bumble and I created a folder, an album for it, just to look back and just remind myself how proud I am of myself. Why would my dumbass delete it? Where is it called? Oh, flirting stuff. Okay. Hi, you're really cute. Oh my god, looks like we have something in common. Damn, looks like we gotta hold hands now.
I feel like I know who's this.
Yeah.
That's nice. Started off with caps. Hi, you're really cute.
So, I mean, maybe I can put the screenshot up on the screen if y'all want to see. Then there's this one where it's like, this wasn't about like asking the person out because we already went out, but it was more like having sex. I'm gonna have to bleep that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna bleep it out so that we can put this on TikTok and not get banned or some shit like that.
Okay.
So, because we were discussing what to do on the next date. And then we were like, I don't know, let's exercise or some shit. I was like, let's exercise. Like,
Exercise?
yeah, so it was just me trying to be funny, you know, not thinking of anything like you know, suggestive and whatnot. And she was like, what kind of exercise? Then I was like, I heard sex burns how many calories per minute. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It wasn't intended for me to say sex burns how many calories per minute. I just wanted to say exercise because I thought it was funny, but that just popped in my head.
And then was it successful?
Yes, it was successful. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of like how I go about things.
Do you ever feel like you're cringe?
No.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, I think that's the way to go, you know. I feel like people think like pickup lines are cringe. But actually, if you're just fucking confident, it's not cringe at all. Yeah.
How do you ask girls out?
How do I ask girls out? I don't. I wait until they ask me out. Okay, just
Border
kidding.
behavior.
Okay, I used to be damn brave when I was younger, when I first was like out and everything. I used to be so fucking brave. I would like on the spot ask them,
Wow.
like in person. The first time I actually asked a girl out, it was actually very interesting because okay, so I was at a Zara, and then afterwards I was in the changing room. Nothing hanky panky happened lah. So
Okay, unfortunately.
I was at the changing room, and then afterwards I thought my friend was outside. Then I got like a pair of pants that was like too big. So then I opened the curtain and then I wanted to ask her, hey, can you help me grab like another smaller size for me? And then the minute I opened, suddenly there was like the hottest person in the world that I've ever seen.
You with your pants off thinking that?
I was so embarrassed, but I was also like, wow, I'm like so attracted to this person. That was like the first time I felt so drawn.
Lesbian.
Yes. I was 20 at the time.
Oh.
It was like I think my first huge ass crush. Then afterwards we talked for a bit and then nothing happened lah. And then afterwards I went out that store with my friend and then I was like, oh my god, I'm so sad I didn't get her number. Like she was so hot, like actually the hottest person I've ever seen in my whole life. And then she was like, oh, you should just go back there and like ask for her number. Then I was like, no lah, I'm scared and everything. Like what if she rejects me? And then afterwards she was like, no, just fucking go there. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go and ask for her number. And then I was so lame last time because I was like a baby gay. So I wanted her to know I was gay. So I fucking folded my sleeves up just to show her that I'm gay. And then I went up to her. And then I had like the lamest pickup line. I went up to her and then I was like, hi, I forgot something. And then she was like, oh, you left something in the fitting room, is it? And then I was like, no, I forgot your number.
No, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, then I said that to her. Then it's like, and it was so cute because she told me, she was like, oh, I'm so glad you came back. I actually wanted to ask you as well. And then I was like, oh my god, it feels like some Wattpad story. Then we were like texting for a while, but nothing happened lah.
What a waste.
And you know, right? I went to stalk her Twitter, and then I found out that she tweeted this thing on that day where she was like, today I met a cute Filipino girl who asked for my number. I'm ready to get married.
Filipino?
Yeah, the whole time she thought I was Filipino. But I was like, okay.
Was she white?
No, she's Mexican. Yeah. It was really funny. But nothing happened lah. And then after her...
Filipino.
I didn't even say anything because I can't be like, yo, I fucking stalked your Twitter and you told me that you said that I'm a Filipino.
My god.
Yeah, it's okay. I take it as a compliment. Actually, I've only ever like publicly, like in person, asked 2 people out in my life. The second one, I've also asked her out. That one was just like casual lah. I was just like, hey, do you want to get a beer with me? So, yeah. And she said yes.
Was it like known on both parties that it was a date?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because whenever we always ran into each other because like she was working at the place that I was working at and I was like a receptionist at the time. So I see her every morning. And every morning we would just have like a bit of flirting going on. And then afterwards only I was like, and then we also somehow run into each other a lot. Then on one time when I ran into her, I was like, you want to get beer with me? Nothing happened from that also.
Aye.
So yeah, the 2 times I've ever asked a girl out, nothing happened from there. Actually, I've never really asked anyone out after that anymore.
Is it because you never had success stories? Too lazy?
I don't feel like there's anybody that I feel like so drawn to. I would ask someone out if I am like very, very attracted to them. Like I cannot resist it, then I'll ask them out. I think everyone else I've just been on the apps. Yeah.
On the apps is super easy
compared
to like asking someone out in person, I feel.
Specs.
Yeah, because I've never asked someone out in person before.
Would you? Do you want to though?
I don't feel like I'm at a place in my life where I'm kind of bothered. I'm just not bothered to ask people out. I'm too tired I'm just too tired, you know. I've got so much shit going on. I don't know. When I go out, I just want to go out, you know. Like, let's say if I was in an event, I just want to go out to an event. I don't particularly go anywhere with the intention of finding someone to date.
But don't you like the thrill of it? The thrill of asking someone else. Like,
You know-
ooh, they're gonna reject me. It's kind of hard, not gonna lie.
Getting rejected. I mean, I feel like that's a really fire sign thing to say. Like you're just like, ooh, you know?
Yeah, it's like a gamble, you know, like, ooh,
Yeah.
do they like me?
Yeah. And like, when they don't like you, you're like, they actually want me. I'm gonna try again. No, but like, no, I'm normally not bothered. I normally don't, I don't know, I just don't want to put in the effort lah. When
Okay.
it's there, it's there. You get what I mean? So I don't really go out of my way to do these sort of things. So maybe this...
Modern behavior.
It's not bottom behavior. It's called in touch with your higher self behavior.
In touch with your higher self?
Your-
How?
What do you mean? Because like, I just focus a lot on myself, and I just focus a lot
Okay.
on what I do, and I focus a lot on the people who are already around me, you know? So,
Attract, not chase.
yeah, I guess. And because like, I don't really want to invest so much emotion and time into chasing people. I don't feel like it's worth it.
Would you say you're usually the one who gets chased instead of chasing the person?
I think it's a
Okay.
good 50-50, but I think that the times when I was chasing, I'll be honest, it was a lot of just... I used to chase people back when I feel like I wasn't so focused on myself. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% get what you mean.
Yeah. But then like, over time, I guess I just started to be like, hey, shit, my life is actually really great as it is. And I've got so much about myself that I can improve, that so much of my own life that I can improve on and focus on, and there's so many good things. Just having a partner is like a cherry on top, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you don't really need it. Because when I feel like you're chasing someone, like you're emotionally invested in chasing someone, it's like, it comes from a place of scarcity.
Yes.
It comes from a place of scarcity, and I don't like to operate off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
get
so
it.
just like if it's there, then it's there lah. You know, like I feel like that's an abundance mindset when you're like, you know, if it's there, it's there. If it's meant for me, it will be for me. Yeah, and
Yeah.
like, why are you so afraid for? Why are you so like desperate for? Like this, if there is someone out there for you, there will be someone out there for you. You don't have to worry.
That's true.
Yeah.
Even if you're gay, there is definitely someone out there for you.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like that's actually like a very gay thing.
what's
Like
the
a scarcity mindset. And I'm saying this because I used to have that mindset also.
Yeah.
Like you just feel like there's not a lot of people out there for you and everything.
And then the fear that you're gonna die alone.
Yeah, but there actually is. Yeah, you just feel like there's no one out there for you, and because like you're gay and it feels very limiting, circle is small, blah blah blah. But no, there is definitely going to be someone out there for you. And even if you feel like there isn't, like it's so impossible to see, you just have to fucking believe in it. Yeah.
Yeah, being delusional is the best form of manifestation. Like,
Facts.
just truly, wholeheartedly believing, like, there is someone out there for you, even if there isn't. Like, just don't beg for it, you know? Because, like, when you keep asking for it, when you keep begging for it, it's like you're telling the universe, like, you are operating off of a scarcity mindset, like, hey, when is it coming? When is it coming? I don't have it, you know? It's just like you're doubting the universe.
Yeah.
So just fully believe in it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I can't find my fucking vape. Continue.
Yeah. So what was I going to say again? Let's say if we're talking to a baby gay right now, what is the top 3 things, like top 3 advice you would give to them?
Okay, if let's say you're on the apps, right? You know how some people on the apps, they just say hey? If you're one of those motherfuckers, stop fucking doing that. What is a hey? There's no effort into your first message. That's the first impression that you're going to make. Put some effort into the first impression you're going to make. Don't just say hey. How the fuck is somebody going to reply you with that? Hey. And then conversation end. Unmatched. Then how?
Unmatched.
You need to look at their profile, take note of like what their hobbies are or what is in their bio, and somehow relate it to the first message. Even if it's a pickup line, relate it back to what you see in their profile, maybe specific pictures that you see in their profile, anything. I don't know, if it's their astrology, if it's their hobbies, if they're talking about their mommy issues in their bio, you know, just relate your pickup line, your very first message back to their profile. So then at least, you know, hey, it's so easy to send to everyone. I can just go be texting 50,000 people saying hey. You know, when you actually tailor make your first message or your first pickup line to their profile, they will actually know like, hey, this person actually put in effort, and this person actually took note of what is on my profile, or took note about things that are about me. So that shows effort. Put in some effort when you message somebody. Don't just say, hey. It's just an extra, like, what, 5 minutes? That's it. Jesus fucking Christ. That's number one. Do you have anything to contribute?
Yes. Don't be afraid of being cringe. Like we said previously, no matter how cringe you think you are, don't be self-conscious. Just own it. Own the cringe.
Yeah. Embrace the cringe.
I've said a lot of like questionable things on the apps also. I've said a lot of questionable pickup lines, and I don't get replies sometimes, but it's fine. I'm still happy with the people that I ended up with. Yeah, like you're cringe, then you're cringe lah. Like doesn't matter. At least like you did something.
Yeah.
And the more times you do it, you stop giving a shit. Like you're just like, oh, okay, this sounds cringe, and you reread it. It's like, oh, they're not replying me because it's cringe. It's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Don't like be too hung up on it, I feel.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, when you think about it, nobody gives a fuck about you. Not in a bad way lah, but you know, you can see that as a good thing whereby everybody does cringe shit as well. Everybody does questionable shit, cringe shit. So like nobody's really focused on the cringe shit that you do. Unless they have nothing else better to do in the world lah, then that's their problem lah, you know?
Yeah, and sometimes like, okay, sometimes I don't reply people, even though I think that their pickup line is super good, because like I feel like I don't have the capacity for it at the moment. And sometimes that's the case. Like, you know, I think just trying not to internalize that or think like, okay, they didn't reply me because I'm cringe or like whatever. You know, because sometimes I don't reply people also, but it doesn't mean that I think they're cringe or I don't think that they're unattractive or whatever.
Yeah. That's
Getting
number
over that.
two.
Number two. Number three?
Number three, I feel like, okay, this may be very subjective, but in my opinion, for me, when I'm talking to people or when I'm asking someone out, I like to go out with, like, maybe at most 2 people at a time. Not too many lah, I feel. Okay, maybe it's just me because I have this tendency to mix people up or mix things up when I have too many things on my hands.
Wait, what does that mean?
So that means like if let's say person A and person B and person C, I'm going out with person A, person B, person C, somehow in my head there'll be a crossover episode of like the stories. Then I'll be like telling person A, hey person A, didn't you tell me this and that? But no, actually person C was the one who told me that.
Oh my god, the whole fucking roster.
Yeah, so I just feel like if you're like really getting to know someone, I feel like, you know, you don't have to rush to get to know so many people at once, right? You don't have to rush into things. You just slowly get to know people, and then if that person is not the right one for you, it's okay. There's always other people out there. You don't have to rush to get to know so many people at once lah. I mean, of course, if you want to explore your options and see like who is a better fit for you and vice versa, you know, you can do that, but like not too many people at once, I would say.
Yeah, that's so true.
I don't think that was actually the answer to the question about how to ask a girl out, but I felt like that was a necessary point. So this is point number 3-ish. What's point number 4?
Point number 4. Don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Like, even if you think this person's out of your league, just shoot your shot. Like just swipe on them. Just like if you match, then you match lah. And if you know they reply you, then they reply you. But I feel like it's very important to go out with people that you like. And I'm saying this because I have gone out with people that I didn't really like. I just went out because I was like, you know, there's nothing to do, and then the scarcity mindset thing, and then I was like, okay, you know what, maybe there'll be something about this person that, you know, that I will like eventually. You know, but if you're already like talking for some time and then you roughly know how they are as a person, and if you don't like it, forget about it. Like, don't give that a shot or anything. Because there are sometimes like your energies really won't match one.
Yeah.
But for me, like, I just went out anyway because I was like bored and had nothing to do. And also at the same time, I thought like, okay, maybe, you know, maybe there's like something else about this person that I would like. But if you're not compatible, then you're not compatible. So make sure you go out with people that you only really, really like. It's going to save you so much time, so much money, and so much energy. Because it wouldn't feel like the apps is a chore. I feel like people tend to fall into this whole cycle of fatigue in the apps.
Yeah.
You know, because you like swipe, talk, go out, and then afterwards it's like, it's unsuccessful.
Yeah.
And everything. I don't know how it's everyone's experience lah, but I know from my experience, it's like too many things that I did that wasn't actually what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. You get like a burnout from it, I feel. Yeah. So I remember like after a while of going out with a number of people and like talking to them, and then like they were all unsuccessful in a sense. I was just like so tired of it, and I was like, you know what? And whenever I would open back up the app when after that happens, I would be like, ew, ugh. This is so tiring, you know, like how I have to do this process all over again. So I just feel like, you know, take your time with it lah.
Yeah. What's another advice you have?
What point is this? Point number 4?
5.
This now I'm saying point number 5.
Point number 5.
Point number 5. I guess I would say like have more confidence in yourself. I think it's related to shoot your shot lah, you know. People are always like, they have this issue with their own self-confidence where they don't think they're like good looking enough, or they're like good enough, or whatever it is, like in whatever aspect lah, you know. Or in general, it's just an issue with their own insecurities. I mean, this relates to a lot of points that we made just now. Number 1, you're going to project it onto other people. Let's say, for example, you ask this person out, this person says yes, and then you end up like, you know, there's a happy story whereby you guys are in a relationship with each other. But then that person who always thinks that they're not good enough will start questioning the things that the other party does, like and crying over it, like, oh, what if you're gonna leave me in the end? You know, like all those kind of things. And then the other person who is the one who got asked out has to be like, you know, have to sayang you and stuff like that. You know, it's just a lot of it'll pose a lot of issues if you don't like have self-confidence before you ask someone out. Not just in the process of asking someone out there's issues, but also if it becomes successful and you get into a relationship, there will be a lot of problems if you're not self-confident.
Yeah, that's so true.
Number 5.
Okay, point number 6 for me, I feel is also
Why?
okay, this one is if you date men, you probably have a very different way of asking men out, or like getting a man to ask you out. But with girls, it's a totally different game. Girls, right, you must talk for a while, man. I think the more okay, I'm saying this because it's something that I've learned over the years. If you want to get a girl to go out with you, you need to really like talk for a few days, a week or 2. I mean, like, I think there are some cases where it's really, you know, it's successful to the point where you can, okay, first time ask out, then can already. Sometimes it happens, but I think like a sure way to win the game is like talk for a while. Because I think girls like to feel safe.
Yes.
I like to feel safe too.
Yes, oh my
I'm not going to go out
God.
with a random fucking stranger who asks me out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's like the more comfortable you are with each other, the more likely someone is going to go out with you. Like, not just you asking them out, they might even ask you out.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I have a story about that also, how I felt uncomfortable when somebody asked me out in the first place. Because this person was very pushy. So I never really like talked to her properly on the apps or on WhatsApp either, you know. There wasn't really proper texting. Then she was very pushy, like, hey, do you want to meet tonight? I'm like, no, I'm busy. Then she was like, when are you going to be done with work? And she was like, send me a photo of yourself. She
What
was
the
like,
fuck?
Yeah, she would say all this kind of thing. Then I was like, I'd be more comfortable if we met in a public place, because she wanted me to immediately go to her house. I was like, no, I just want to meet in a public place first to like have a proper conversation. Then she was like, okay, I have wine at my place. I'm like, what the fuck lah? Can you just please? And after that, she was so pushy about meeting immediately, about going to a place, about drinking alcohol when we're together, and asking me to do all sorts of things that I just felt so uncomfortable that I just blocked her.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like you really got to have genuine conversations with people first and get to know each other before you actually feel like, okay, like this is a person I can actually talk to. You know, this is a person whom I think is not a catfish or is someone who's going to kidnap me, you know? Yeah, so it's very important. I agree with you.
Yeah. I actually got catfish like twice. And it's like, that's how you know you're not talking to a girl, you know? Okay, the short story of how I got catfish is that whenever I receive like a message from a catfish, it will always be like, oh, hey babe, you look so sexy, you want to go out tonight? And then like all those fucking like squirting emojis and like, I don't know, all those like horny ass emojis, right? Immediately I know that's not a girl. That's not how girls talk.
Correct.
Okay, this is just a warning for everyone. If you ever receive any of these kind of messages, that's not a girl talking to you. That's a fucking straight man.
Yes.
And a lot of times, I always end up finding out it's a straight man because I will always ask for their number. And then I check the Snapchat, what's the username? Because you know when you save in your contacts, then you can check, right?
Yeah.
It's always a man. So one thing I know for sure is that girls are never that pushy.
Yeah.
I mean, on the rare occasion of that person lah. But generally, yeah, that's not the culture.
Yeah, no. I also have this one catfish story. It's so fucking funny. So basically, I had another two friends who was on the apps with me as well, and they both also got this same person. And then basically that person used a photo of some other girl. And how we know this is because like when they text you, you just know it's not a girl texting you.
Yeah.
The way you just know when they talk to you, that's not how girls talk to you.
Yeah.
You know? And then so we all tried to play a game on this fucker. Then this person was like trying to get to know me, right? And asked me like, hey, what do you do for a living? I was like, I work in a zoo. I worked in a zoo. Then I was like being all, oh my god. But I know it may sound a bit odd, but I just think that you should really give back to the community, and you really need to take care of all these animals. And like, you know, Zoo Negara is understaffed and shit like that, and they don't have proper finances, and I just really care about animals. So obviously I work at a zoo. Then that person was like, oh no, you shouldn't think that like I don't look down on you because you work at a zoo. And then my other friend was like, hey, I know you. I see you in my class. Do you know my friend's name? His name is Abdullah. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Then that person was like, Abdullah? Yeah, I know Abdullah.
Oh my god.
And then that person unmatched my friend.
Holy shit.
It was so fucking funny. We were just playing all sorts of shit with this fella. Oh my god. And the way the compliment is very funny because it's very clear like this person is a guy who's into women who are who know how to take the lead. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They are very into those women who are like taking the lead lah, you know? It's like those bottom men who like to get pegged or some shit.
Bottom man?
Yeah, cause they were like, this person was complimenting me and my other two friends the same thing. Wow, you look so strong. Wow, you that kind of shit, you know? I was like, okay, bye. But anyway, I think that person got reported because while we were all talking about it, we had a group chat to talk about it, then his profile disappeared.
You know what's the thing about these men, right? When you find out they're catfish, sometimes they're like, hey, you still want to date me? Have you ever had that?
No, I never had that.
I had that, and I know a lot of friends who had that also, like lesbians lah. Like when you already debunk that this person is a catfish, they're like, oh, are you still interested though?
Stupid, no. What the fuck? Hell no.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah, it's whack.
I don't even remember what point we're on already.
We're on point number 6, where you need to talk for a while with a girl.
I don't really know how else you can ask a girl, but actually just ask a girl out to be frank with you. Just go for it.
What are the times where you will not go out with a girl?
The times when I will not go out with a girl is if she just says, hey.
No, but like if she asks you out and you guys already talk. Have you ever rejected someone?
Okay. The only time I just reject someone if we've already talked is that if I don't enjoy the conversations that we're having. So it's not got to do with like me not liking the person. It's just that I don't feel like our energies match up. So if you just get rejected, then I just feel like don't think too much about it lah, you know. The times when I reject is when I don't feel like we're gonna have good conversations. I feel like that's very important to have a good conversation with that person.
What is a good place you like to go out at? Like what is an ideal first date thing? Or like just generally a place or an environment that you would suggest?
I would say an environment that's not too noisy.
Like drinks in a bar?
Bars depends on the bar because some bars are pretty quiet. I feel like speakeasy bars are fine. Places that are not too noisy and crowded. Yeah, because if not, how are you gonna have a conversation? If there's fucking loud music playing, you guys are just yelling at each other, and then you're not gonna really be able to properly talk to each other lah.
I like that too. I think I tend to go on speakeasy bars. Yeah, because I don't know, it's chill. And
It is.
Personally, this is like maybe not everyone's preference, but personally, I like to have substance on the first date.
Yes.
Yeah.
Substance. That's why I always ask people about their childhood traumas on the first date.
Childhood trauma.
I always ask people about their traumas on the first date because there was a time, right, these two people kind of went out with me and they were friends.
Yeah.
And then so I went out with one person A already, then person B was going to go out with me, but I kind of didn't know that they were friends. So person A told person B like, by the way, she's going to ask you about your traumas. So I was like, fuck. Yeah, that's so me. I ask people about their traumas.
No, but I think it's good to kind of like lay it all out in the beginning though. Yeah, because for me, I do that too. I don't like straight up ask about their traumas lah. I just do my passive aggressive thing and just get there. Because I feel like, I don't know, it's not too much for me. I feel like it's not too much if someone like tells me all their things in the beginning. It's a lot if the next few dates I go to, this is the same recurring topic.
Yeah.
But on the first date, because I kind of want to roughly gauge everything, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's quite important to know about like the wounds that people have as well.
Yeah.
You know, because it says a lot about them, and like you start to like, because when you see the way people behave right on dates, and then you're kind of like questioning like, where does all of this come from?
Yeah.
So instead of questioning behavior by behavior by behavior, you actually get down to the root of it, and you understand them as a person, and you get to see how they deal with these issues, how they deal with the consequences of those issues.
What warrants a second date for you?
If I like the conversations, and if I feel like they're a good person lah.
They're a good person.
Yeah, if you gel well together.
How many times have you gone out on a second date with someone after the
Shit.
first date? Do you think the success rate is good?
No, success rate is not that good. Out of everyone I've gone on dates with, I think I've only gone on proper second dates with 3 people. 3 people out of everybody I've dated in the past few years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a very low success rate. But it's a good thing. You shouldn't be going out with too many people. Yeah. Because
what
it's
about
like
you?
me.
Yeah, I want to know.
The thing is, right, sometimes second dates doesn't necessarily mean it's good also.
Why?
Why? Because, sometimes you just go out for the sake of going out. But if I want to think about the people that I properly actually did want to go out with, I would say 3 also. Others that I went out with is like,
Just go on you.
I was bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be like me. It's terrible actually to keep doing that. But yeah, okay, I have a wildcard question. Sex on the first date. Yar nar? Red flag, green flag?
I wouldn't say it's a red flag or a green flag though. Actually, it really depends on your intention. When you are you just looking to like just have sex and be casual? If you're just looking to be casual and just sleep around, then I guess that's fine. Do whatever you please, but as long as both parties kind of view it the same way and nobody's confused. But if you're looking to form a long-term healthy relationship, I would say no. Yeah, that's for me. Because
So how many dates would you say after then only you can have sex? Like what is a
there's
standard?
no rule of thumb lah. Like
No, but there has to be like some sort of standard, right? There's
When
no
you-
rule of thumb, but what
it's
do you
very
think?
subjective. I feel it's very subjective. I cannot answer that question.
Okay.
Because everybody kind of like gets to know each other at their own pace. I don't know. At least go out 3 times first, and then only you gauge lah.
How many times have you had it on the first date?
None.
Oh, so you've never slept with anyone on
Okay,
the first
wait.
date?
Twice, sorry.
Twice.
Twice.
None, twice.
I think it's twice lah.
Twice.
I think.
Did you
it's
ever
twice.
regret them?
I mean, I don't regret them, but I just didn't like them after that.
Is it because of having sex on the first date or because of who they are?
Both.
Both.
It's a mixture.
Why?
I don't know actually. I just feel like okay, fine. I don't like them as a person. That's one story. There has been times where I actually like the conversations that we had, but then I don't really like them as a person, and then we have sex and I'm just like, okay, no, this cuts it. That wasn't good either. It's like a no. It's like you're I feel like the sex part really plays a huge role in whether you're going to go out on a second date with that person or not also.
That's true.
Yeah. So if you actually like are interested in that person, maybe just focus on them as a person first, because what happens when you have sex on the first date is that you start to focus on their skills or how they're like in bed, which is not the thing that it should be about, because all these things about having good sex is a lot on communication. You can never get it right on the first date, let's be real. Then it ends up you are focusing on the wrong thing about the person. So I feel like that was my mistake.
And having sex like the first date with them. Yeah, that's so true.
And it distracts you from the actual thing on hand that you're supposed to focus on, which is them as a person. Do you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say it's mostly them who initiated it, or?
I would say, okay, person A was, we were just chilling on the couch watching TV and eating dinner, and then she was like, do you want to have sex? I was like, okay. The second one is because that person had never like had sex before and they wanted to try. Then I was like, okay. And I was like, hell no. Yeah. I feel like it's kind of like a both parties thing lah. I'm the one who also said yes, what? So, it's also on me lah.
Have you ever rejected anyone who asked you on the first date?
I feel like during that time I was in my whole phase as well, so I don't...
So you're just like...
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I've only ever had sex once on the first date, and that was actually because it was my first time. I didn't think we were gonna have sex. We just went back to her house, and then suddenly we are having sex.
Suddenly we're having sex.
Suddenly we are having sex, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but also for me, I feel like it's fine to be physical on the first date, but sex, I think you should wait it out. I really think so, because I think sometimes having build up is good. Not to say like, hey, always play hard to get or whatever, but it's exactly like what you said lah. It's like you wanna try to like pace yourself so both parties don't end up objectifying each other. You know, because it is sometimes inevitable, even if you think you're not that kind of person. You know, but then it's like, okay, this is your experience with the person. You can only gauge like how far you want to take this based on whatever you had in that experience. And honestly, I think sex is better when you wait it out. Like, you know, I think it's important to build chemistry also lah.
Yeah, correct. It is better when you wait it out.
Yeah, it's better when you wait it out, and also because like honestly, sex is always better when you have feelings for the person.
Yeah, that's correct. I agree with you.
And feelings take time to build. It's not always like, I mean, there were like people that I went out with that I didn't really feel strongly for them in the beginning. Then over time, when we spend more time with each other, only I'm like, okay, wow, I'm obsessed with them. And I hope they're obsessed with me too. So, you know, like the longer you kind of like build that relationship with the person, in my opinion, the sex becomes better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Sex hits better when you actually have feelings for each other.
Yeah.
That is like for real. Like, don't trust what you see in the movies. We're not men. We cannot just have good sex just like that.
Yeah, otherwise it just feels so sloppy, and it just feels so like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. I feel like because it's really got to do with your attraction to that person also. The more you actually have feelings for that person, the more attracted you are to them, and then the more horny you get lah. You know, when
honestly.
you're around them. So, like, I feel like you should just wait it out also.
And also, yeah, I think one thing I've learned about myself is that this is also just me. I used to think that like I was okay with casual sex. I used to think like, okay, I can like be detached like that, but I cannot. Because I just feel like the older I get, the more that I require good sex. So it's like, I'm like, when I'm not feeling it, I really cannot do it. And that was when I knew like, okay, if I really want to have like good sex, and if I want to like have better chemistry with someone, I really need to take that time to build with that person. Yeah, because like, you know, when you have better chemistry, it comes from more communication.
Yes.
And also, when you have better sex, it also comes from more communication.
Yes.
Sex is not going to be good the first time.
Yes.
Even no matter how much you like that person, like the attraction and everything.
Yes.
So, moral of the story, date someone that you like. Date someone that, you know, has the qualities that you like and everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Because a lot of all these things will get better over time.
Correct. The sex may not be good the first time, even if you like them. But you know, as long as you just keep communicating to them and talking about each other's bodies and stuff like that, understanding each other, that part of each other, you know, it will get better. It will get better. Yeah.
We will dive deeper into this in another episode where we just mainly talk about sex.
Hopefully it doesn't get removed from TikTok. TikTok keeps fucking removing our fucking shorts because I don't know for what fuck lah.
But this is for educational purposes.
Yeah, it is for education.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next round. Thank you so much for tuning us again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Let me scratch my nose first.